So that got top of the stack. That's home for Christmas Day. And against all of those other things. So we have lots of Midsomer Murders and a French movie and a bunch of Hallmark things. Agent Hamilton's on the bottom. We're going to talk about Ron Sexsmith, Hangover Terrace a little bit, Captain Tractor, East of Eden Revisited, and Springsteen Lost and Found.
East of Edson, I should point that out.
Oh, did I say something wrong?
Well, we've never been to Eden, but we've been.
Oh, Eden.
We have been through Edson.
We have been through Edson, and it isn't quite Eden.
No, it's no reflection on Edson.
It's nice.
Or Hinton, or any of those places up there on Highway 16, the Yellowhead Route. So.
Yeah. So you may have noticed that we're in my home today, and you can see my sad plants in the background. This one was right down to the floor in this pot. It was right down to the floor in this pot.
Come on, guys.
And the other one. And yeah, they don't like the winters. But then they put on a lot in the summer. So I hope, as long as I can keep, all of these kind came from just a little sprig like this big. I just found it while I was walking. It was on a sidewalk in front of the apartment building. So either it broke off when they were moving in or moving out.
The nice apartment building?
No.
Yeah, not so nice. Okay.
No, the crappy apartment.
Well, some people take care of it.
Yeah, but these things, they break really easily, right? So.
Yep.
And it doesn't really matter.
No.
Like, they grow very quickly once they are in some place that they like to be. But I only have so many windows in my house that are prime territory for plants. So anyway, I decided to set up in here in this room because
it's cool outside.
It's way too cold outside, and it's brighter here than it would be in the other one. So I just decided, okay, well, I'll just pull in the chairs here and pull up in the coolers from outside and make a table of it, and we'll see how it goes.
It's 4 o'clock, but it's pretty well sunset. So.
Do you want to talk about the movies first, or?
Well, you want to talk about Tayah dip? I don't think.
I don't really. All I did is mix Tayah dip in with some Mexican rice.
Well, there we go.
For James' dinner, and he has a few shrimp there.
On the side there.
So that nothing fancy. I wasn't expecting James today. So I'm going to talk about the Bruce Springsteen Lost and Found, which bottom of the CD stack. I think it was the bottom of all the CDs we tried out.
It's pretty about bottom of the barrel. It probably shouldn't have been released.
Yeah, Lost and Found should have stayed lost.
Maybe even recorded a lot of songs.
But anyway,
that never made it on his album.
Picked out the songs that I thought were most interesting off of the album to analyze. So I'll just stick that there for now. And I'll go Rain in the River. Well, this one, there aren't very many lyrics. And I actually like the sound of it pretty good. So if you want to pull up the lyrics, split the screen, pull up another window with the lyrics to Bruce Springsteen's Rain in the River, and then you can go along with me. So, line 1, down at the water, I held my Marie. Held shouldn't get a stronger accent than E and Marie. Marie should get it more. Down should get the accent not at.
Yeah, at the river. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Instead of down by the river or down near the river or something like that. You, in this case, the preposition doesn't get the accent. Down by the river. Yeah.
She said, now, Johnny, your love means no more to me. Love should get the accent not, means, she, not said.
Okay.
So then we're going down to line 5. I didn't really have a problem with the refrain, I guess. Then Rain in the River, that's perfectly fine.
Refrain is just usually one line, as opposed to the chorus several lines.
Mm-hmm.
So you use
but this one's repeated. The refrain's repeated.
Yeah,
then Rain in the River, and then Rain in the River. Right?
I wish they'd refrain from repeating refrains so much.
Well, I liked how this song was. Anyway, line 5, in bloody boots, I stood on shallow ground. Yep. On shouldn't get the accent. Stood and should. So sha and shallow.
Excuse me, I gotta go get a.
Yeah.
utensil to eat.
I guess his hands are cold. So then we're skipping down to line 9. Last night I put on my jacket and I went for a ride. Went should get the accent, not I. Line 10. Smelled that sweet mustard feel. I went for a ride. Smelled the sweet mustard feel. Okay. Sweet should get the accent. Shouldn't get the accent. Must in mustard should. Smelled the sweet mustard feels. Yeah, that should be it. Must. Had my colt at my side. My shouldn't get the accent. Neither should at. Colt should get it, and it's obvious. So this one, even though there were very few lines in this song, so many words. Yeah, there were and it's just sometimes he wanted a certain, he's pretty free and easy about the rhythms of from one line to the next and whatever, but
too free and easy as far as I'm concerned.
With lines 10 and 11, he wanted the rhythm to be very different than it was, so it really messed him up. The line 11, it should have been triple rhythm. Had my colt at my side. It's very obvious, and anyway, so didn't work. Sunday Love. Now, I didn't like this song. He kind of sounds like he tried to channel Jim Morrison here, which was a very different sound for him. And he was trying different things in this album. The songs were not really Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this song's way too long, and I didn't like it. But then I don't really like Jim Morrison, and then I know a lot of people do, so maybe some of you would have liked this song. So Sunday Love, that's the song we're doing now. Monday, Monday, Monday brings the blues. Blues should get the strongest accent, not brings.
Brings the blues. Oh.
I put on my shirt and tie, put not on. Some way I get by not I. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday brings the same not brings, should get the strongest accent. Come sunny skies, come rain. Skies should get the strongest here, I think. Paper and coffee on the train. On shouldn't get the strongest accent here. As the weekend rolls around, rolls shouldn't get the strongest accent here. Another lonely night on the town. On shouldn't get the accent. Night should. A stranger's kiss at the door. At shouldn't get the accent. Kiss should. But it's not what I'm looking for. Not shouldn't get the accent. It's should. So we have a whole string of lines all together that were just wrong accents. It's really hard. When you have one that sticks out, okay, but there's a whole bunch here.
We thought Bon Jovi was bad for getting 50% of his lines with some sort of screw up rhythmically.
Well, except for that one song. I really liked the one. He did a good job on the one. I never had. Had shouldn't get the accent, never should. I never had a Sunday Love. Love should have the stronger accent than Sunday. Flowers and champagne, blah, blah, blah. Long walks in the rain. Walk should get the accent, not long or in. Each night I pray, each night I pray. Each should get the accent, not night. To God above. Oh, I never had a Sunday Love.
It should actually be each night.
Oh, there we go. See, I did this without James, and
sometimes she gets caught.
Sometimes I get things wrong, but
unless they're making a.
And sometimes I just disagree with him. But anyway.
Well, sometimes I'm wrong. So.
Monday, the alarm clock rings, and that's pretty much fine. I drag myself to the sink, run a razor across my chin, fine. Spray of cologne for each sin. Sin should get the accent, not each.
Each sin, yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all goes gray till you come walking my way. Till you come walking my way. Walking should get the strongest accent here. God give me the strength to say. God not give, I think. But let's see what James has to say. Tonight maybe you'll stay not you'll. Come the weekend, I wear out the soles of my shoes. Soles shouldn't be as accented as shoes. Trying to walk off these lover's blues, only to end up at your door. Door should get the strongest accent, not at. I'll say a prayer, just 2 steps more. 2 shouldn't get the strongest accent here. I don't think that's right. I never had, hadn't shook at the accent. And then we'll go down to on and on. I'm so inspired. I'm so uninspired. So uninspired. I don't think so should get the strongest accent there, but it does as he sings it. On and on till you get so damn tired. You not get, I think. Anyway, that's that one. So, now we're on to The Lost Charo, which this one, I think the song sounds beautiful. I think it's the nicest sounding song on this album. It was really surprising to hear Bruce Springsteen do something that sounds like this. But
that's the one he didn't write?
No, he didn't write it. So even though it was written by Kathleen Mullen Sands, with excerpts based on the Spanish language poem La Escaramza by Delfin Sanchez Juarez. I'm hoping much was lost in translation. Either that or the poem sucks. It's a creepy song to write to one's godmother. Oedipus. That's I tried to write there. My writing's hard to read. And there doesn't seem to be a story here, just a bunch of sentimental sentiments. A man is missing his godmother while he's away working, writing her a letter perhaps. I don't understand why the horn of the saddle's burning. It makes more sense than that the smoke would just be dust that the horses of his memory are stirring up, right? Not real smoke, but I don't understand the burning. Anyway, why tell the godmother to make a jar out of his dead body to drink from it? Why talk about death at all? He says he'll return home soon, presumably alive. Besides the fact that the sentiments of the poem suck, the rhythm as sung is wrong often. Okay, so now we go line 2. And when you're thirsty, drink from it. When and drink, not it. 3. If, line 3, oh dear, I didn't number that. If you feel a shadow touching your lips, if and feel, not you, and shadow should get a stronger accent than what came before. Pull the leather strip from your hair, strip, not leather. And your black tresses fall upon the dark skin of your shoulders. Black and fall, not your skin, not dark. Moves like a choir of young girls, scarcely touching the ground. Girls, not young. No matter how much the horse changes. Matter and much, not how. And same in 16. The next line. Where are my seasons? Oh, I've written this differently. Okay, for 2 seasons, I've picked up the lettuce in Salinas for 2 seasons. Seasons, not 2. It's tough to even hear the accents here, though. He sloughs through the line. The oranges from the Ontario trees. Tear in Ontario, not on, gets the accent. I can't imagine there'd be any place where this would be different. So there are winds and rises assonants in my rope, wines. My rope winds as the smoke rises, assonant. Season and Salinas. Oranges and Ontario, both start with O. Leather and denim, we have assonants there. There are some close enough feminine rhymes, saddle and cattle. And
I'm just going to point out before we move on. Ontario and orange is alliteration plus assonance.
okay.
So you can alliterate all and orange because we put a glottal stop in front of it. We don't realize we're doing it, but That's the way it goes. And then you've got the correspondence of the O's there.
So in Godmother When I Die, make of my clay a jar. That is sort of rhymed with it's the kisses of your charro. And then in the lines in between, it's it and lips are sort of, they're off rhymes too. So there are some off rhymes in here, like the oranges from the Ontario trees, and then Godmother, I'll return home, soon you'll see. So those ones are kind of rhymed. So there are some things in here, and I don't know, there may have been more in the original, and then it was translated. I'm not sure though. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, sometimes Spanish depends on
but it definitely sounds really nice when he's singing it. So that one's worth a listen if you want to go to the Lost Charro and try to pull it up on the internet or whatever. So the last song that we analyzed was actually the first song that we analyzed together. We did this one together, so this one I should get
that was a revelation.
My notes right.
Well,
it was so bad that James was like, nope, no more. I need chocolate, whatever. And
I had a lot of chocolate that day.
So
it's your fault, Bruce.
So pull this up, Unsatisfied Heart. And this one, we had a hard time listening to it just in the car because it's very hard to make out what he's saying. And James will give an example of what it really should have been. So there are some rhymes in here. Like he basically has a couplet thing going. So he has the first one, Sir, I'm a pilgrim and a stranger in this land, which you cannot make out the lyrics to that at all. And it's rhymed with once I had a home here and my salvation was at hand. I lived in a house of gold, yeah, on a far hillside. I had 2 beautiful children and a kind and loving wife. So hillside and wife are rhymed. But he sings
hillside,
it
right?
Hill. So
well, he actually sings it hillside. Well, that's okay.
Yeah. So I think so.
Just so long as he follows that pattern all the way through.
Well,
with slant rhymes or whatever.
No. So there's some things like sin, prison, and within. There's some triple, 3 in a row and then there's one before that doesn't rhyme with anything, I think. So, okay. Line 1. Sir and am should get the accents, not I. Lines 25 and 26, moon and room, are rhymes. So there's off rhymes throughout here. I don't have a problem with that really. 23 and 24, shirt and work. 21 and 22, around and town. 17 and 18, sleep and street. I mentioned wife and hillside.
Does he actually have a pure rhyme in any occasion?
Huh?
Does he actually bother with a pure
land
rhyme?
and hand? He started off with and there's like I mentioned, sin, prison, and within. Anyway.
Okay.
And prison, maybe not, right? Because it's the same problem with hillside. When you say hillside, hill gets the accent, not side, so it's kind of hard to... Anyway.
Prison's a bit of a problem because actually the vowel in there is an a, schwa. And the tradition in English is when you've got a schwa spelled with a particular vowel, if you want to rhyme on that vowel, on that syllable, you'd better use that vowel. Doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? So
the major problem with the song is the chorus. And that's a major problem because the chorus is the thing. People aren't going to, especially when you're talking about Bruce Springsteen. Man, he's just mumbling through the lyrics and you're like, oh, what in the world? I didn't know what this was saying.
I think it was this one. He was just driving me nuts with the mumbling. He's sounding like...
so the chorus is really all you have if you're Bruce Springsteen to catch people and hold them with it. And really, his choruses tend to be refrains, like here is, can you live with an unsatisfied heart? And that's repeated, right? He repeats that
many times.
Yeah.
And that was so badly done. We were going when we were hearing it at first. Is he singing it's so hard to live with a satisfied heart? Or an unsatisfied?
Because he sings,
it sounded like
can you live with an unsatisfied heart? And so it's just, he just puts it all together with an unsatisfied heart is just really quickly said together.
This
But
is when his
there's a
producers
big
got
gap
to get
in
hold
between.
of it.
Can you live? And then there's a big gap with an unsatisfied heart.
It should be,
So
can you live with
Can you live with an unsatisfied heart, right? Because there's room to have that with in there in the middle, and then it's clear, right? So listen to it, you'll see what I mean. Anyway.
Worse
now,
yet, you'll hear what she means.
So you're getting to the end of the song, and he's, he at the beginning he had these beautiful children, and this stranger came into his home, and all this stuff, and he mentioned something that the stranger mentioned something the guy had done a long time ago, and then later on in the song, he's laying he has a dream, and he's standing high in the green hills in the outskirts of town. So he's dreaming of this place where he lived with his wife and stuff, and he had these children, and he could see the house where he lived, the building where he used to work. And as I draw near, the town's on fire, and then I feel your arms around me. I wake up in this room. Can you live with an unsatisfied heart? Okay, so what is wrong with that? Well, maybe nothing. But it starts out the song, he says, "Sir, I'm a pilgrim and a stranger in this land." And he's talking about this guy who comes into his house. He had this wife, and loving wife, and the children, and whatever. He has this unsatisfied heart. So, he's a stranger, but once lived there. Since he starts out with the song, "Sir," we must assume that the arms he feels around him, your arms, belong to the man the song was addressed to. Therefore, the man who came to town was either a past fling or a blackmailer who knew about his past sexual activities with men. That guy cannot be the same man who has his arms around the singer at the end, but the singer says, "where we lived," in line 24, so he let more than one man into his home with his wife and children, who he obviously left in the end. If he addresses this man who shares his bed as "sir," they don't know each other well at all. So there's some serious problems with this song even still.
This thing, I think, was maybe recorded in 83 or something like that. He had time. When was this thing put out? It was last year or whatever.
He had
time to think it over and say, well...
Okay, so we have 6 minutes, so I'm not going to talk about the other albums right now. I'm just going to say...
There we go.
So, the Christmas Quest is down here somewhere. There's
right there.
Right there. So did Icelandic tourism light the candles in the cave, or was it some sort of magic of Christmas thing? I saw no reason why this treasure could only be found within the 13 days leading up to Christmas. The Sweetest Christmas is on the same disc. Would have been better if the writers had thought things through. The owner of the restaurant never cooks, so his oven's dusty. Also, this woman is obviously not someone to settle down with. She broke up with her recent boyfriend because he didn't propose to her like she'd hoped, and then falls for this ex-flame quickly. Poor him. And the recent fling, he proposes to her. He wants to get, and no, she doesn't want to all of a sudden. It's like, whoa, within like a few days you've changed your mind that much, and like it was reason to dump him because he didn't propose, and now he does, and oh, you want to go for this ex-flame. Poor him. So, and what's wrong with saying team? I don't see a problem. I'd be on someone's team. Never been Christ. That's right there, so it's a little bit below. How'd they fill up the school gym like that? Things felt unresolved at the end too. Didn't care for it. Coyote Creek Christmas. Winter camping in multiple feet of snow is not glamping. Especially when you're gathered around a fire with strangers between the tents. It's a homeless person's tent town. Okay. Hometown holiday. It's okay. I didn't mind that one so much. So really, it's just down here that I didn't care for so much. So Home for Christmas Day, that one got top of the stack. Even though it's this woman, I'm sure she's a lovely person to work with and everything, but she got way too much of her nose taken off. It's hard to watch her because she has that big upper lip space thing, like the So
a long upper lip.
Yeah. So second sight for Midsomer Murders was very good. Now this one, it's really, I should say, it's a Hallmark one. It got top of the stack of this stack.
I was shocked, folks.
I thought it was a really nice story. I didn't expect to like it at all. And I honestly, you're watching it and you're like, this wouldn't have happened this way. Not with modern technology and whatever. But still, it's a good one. So Second Sight was very entertaining. King's Crystal, also. This one's a French musical, and it's about a woman who wins gold stamps, 1 million gold stamps. And I won't give it away what happens, but it's actually quite entertaining. I enjoyed listening to the songs and stuff like that too. So. Down Among the Dead Men. This was good too. Country Matters. Very funny. Well, as much as Midsomer Murders is, it's about murders, right? But honestly, I would put Midsomer Murders, I would class them together with Hallmark sort of thing. They make hour-and-a-half long movie, even though Midsomer Murders is episodes, so the movies all kind of run together or whatever. But they're kind of on par for quality, I think. I tend to prefer the Midsomer Murders, as you can see, to the Hallmark. But the one surprised me. So, 4 Funerals and a Wedding. And Death and Dust. Death in the Slow Lane. So those ones got on top of the Hallmark stuff. And yeah, I already watched Death in the Slow Lane before, and I kind of enjoyed watching it again though. It was kind of nice to watch. Anyway,
It's a lot of viewing, folks, but that's
it is. But that's because it's been very cold. So, I don't know what I'm going to review here because I have a couple run Sexsmith things, and I think we're going to hold off on that. So
I'll start mentioning Hamilton, maybe.
Huh?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, start talking about Agent
Agent
Hamilton so we can get that one back.
Okay, you sweets, get off your self-righteous patoots and start dealing with the real world. You guys are not the Puritan heroes of the last 100 years. Bad guys in World War II. Probably bad in World War I. I don't know who you were supplying with. I suspect it was the Germans, definitely in World War II. We were prolonging the Holocaust by supplying Germans with the Nazis with some of the best iron ore apparently in the world. And stuff like that. During the Cold War, we were neutral, theoretically, but leaning way to the left. Now, you're on the wrong side of the war against terrorism. You're portraying the Saudis as being bad and the Palestinians as being good. Yeah,